Isn't that amazing?
Elon Musk has consistently framed Mars colonization as a critical endeavor to save humanity from existential threats and ensure the long-term survival of our species. Musk envisions transporting 1 million people to Mars via 1,000 starships over 4,100 years, creating an Earth-to-Mars economy. He aims to lower Mars travel costs to as cheap as approximately $200,000 per person. The United Nations projects the world's population to reach approximately 9.7 billion by 2050. Let's do the math. Even if 1 million people reached Mars by 2050, they would represent 0.01% of Earth's projected 9.7 billion population. This wouldn't significantly impact global population issues or be considered a solution to saving humanity in a broader sense. The estimated cost of around $200,000 per ticket, set in 2016, makes Mars accessible primarily to wealthier individuals, making Mars a playground for the so-called elite. Let's face it, the math undermines Elon Musk's frequent claims about his Mars project saving humanity. A big fat no. Mars is only affordable for wealthy individuals. A big fat yes. Is Mars colonization Elon Musk's ultimate payday and a golden opportunity for investors? As astrophysicist Neil deGrasse Tyson quipped, "What's the return on investment? Nothing." There appears to be something off about the situation. It's crucial for us to examine in this protocol the potential underlying motivations behind Operation Mars and also Operation Lazarus. Will you sit back with your eyes closed and do nothing? A big fat no. But will you recognize the clear signs and take control of your destiny? A big fat yes. Why Mars? You remember the math? Elon Musk has said that Mars colonization is about ensuring the survival of humanity. That's what they feed the masses. The SpaceX path to Mars is not about escaping Earth's problems or saving humanity, as we have already demonstrated. This suggests that the colonization of Mars is intended for the elite, aiming to establish their own independent space. Like you can see in the movie Elysium. In this film, the elite living in a space habitat refer to the struggling humans remaining on Earth as mortals. We know that the elite is investing in the Mars project without gaining a monetary profit. A big fat yes. Mars is not a free land. It is ruled by international law, especially by the Outer Space Treaty or OST, 1967. What would clearly violate the OST is the plan by Musk and fellow travelers to start a new nation in space. Elon Musk in SpaceX's Starlink internet service states, "The parties recognize Mars as a free planet and that no Earth-based government has authority or sovereignty over Martian activities. Disputes will be settled through self-governing principles established in good faith at the time of Martian settlement." Elon Musk said recently, in a town hall in Philadelphia, "We should not have any sort of international treaties that restrict the freedom of Americans." Musk's endgame? Scrap the OST, dismantle space law, colonize Mars, and let billionaires write the rules. Why is Elon Musk fighting for the independence of Mars? Here is my guess. If Mars operates outside the framework of international law, it could potentially serve as a testing ground for prohibited experiments on humans. I hear you arguing, "Dr. Sissi, in the introduction you said that Mars is only for the elite, and they will never allow dangerous tests." You're correct, however, we know that the elite can be cunning and often speak with a forked tongue. Wait, I will show you the dirty tricks of the elite during this video. In this protocol we will also delve into Elon Musk's company, Neuralink. This company is one of the connections on his path to Mars. Before discussing Neuralink, it's important to understand Mars's hostile environment, which includes the absence of a magnetosphere, breathable air, and liquid water. Additionally, factors like radiation exposure, toxic perchlorates in the soil, and low gravity present significant health risks. And now I pose this question to all of you. Do you genuinely believe that the elite will be the first to make Mars habitable? Think carefully about it. I believe I'm not far off the mark when I say that the elite will likely send ordinary people to Mars in the initial years. As for the harsh environment, there will be great losses, which is for Musk and his friends no problem at all. They call it collateral damage, don't they? Or a bump in the road, as Elon Musk said once, downplaying the seriousness of setbacks or losses. Here's the truth, Mr. Elon Musk, your Mars project isn't about creating a new home for humankind, is it? So what's the real purpose behind the mask of saving humanity? Mars is the elite's proving planet, their huge laboratory for the groundbreaking technologies that will make their ultimate wish possible. Playing God, becoming immortal. Do you remember? In the film Elysium, the wealthy inhabitants of outer space referred to the struggling people on Earth as mortals. How will the elite become sufficient volunteers for their tests and slave work on Mars? Here's my guess. The snakes will offer cheap fares a la Billionaire for young, healthy, strong humans. There will be many aggressive marketing strategies promoting the exciting pioneering efforts on Mars, encouraging young people to become part of the first, let's say, 10,000 lucky adventurers. Additionally, comparisons are often made between this future colonization of Mars and the colonization of America, a parallel that Musk frequently draws. Believe me, millions of volunteers will step forward, despite the rigorous health tests and the demanding contracts that require them to submit to the governance of an independent Mars. With no existing laws, this means relinquishing control over their lives to those in power there. Just as the path to Mars is not a utopia, the scenario described above may not be far from becoming a reality in the very near future. Are you ready to step into the unknown? A big fat yes. Fasten your helmet and brace for hyperdrive. The Martian Odyssey begins now. Let's talk about the billionaires and their $500 billion investments. Elon Musk's SpaceX is leading the charge to Mars. He's also the founder of Neuralink, a company focused on merging human brains with AI. Elon Musk said, "Humans must merge with machines." Jeff Bezos, through Blue Origin, is working on space colonization. He's also funding anti-aging research. These billionaires aren't just building rockets, they're preparing for a future where they can achieve their ultimate goal, play God and become immortal. They're investing in cryonics, AI, and genetic engineering. Their time plan? To achieve immortality by 2050? But here's the catch. These technologies will likely be expensive and exclusive. The rollout, elite VIP passes, oligarchs on standby, and crumbs for the ordinary ultra-rich. Everyone else left behind on a ravaged Earth. The rest of us will be left behind, struggling mortal humans. That's why it's crucial to stay informed if you don't want to be left behind. Got it? A big fat yes. Did you know that Peter Thiel, co-founder of PayPal, has invested millions in anti-aging research? Or that Larry Ellison, founder of Oracle, has donated over $400 million to aging research? These billionaires aren't just talking about immortality, they're actively funding it. Now let's dive into one of the most groundbreaking technologies in the quest for immortality, the partly secret science of neurotechnology. Founded by Elon Musk in June 2016, Neuralink aims at the synthesis of the human brain and AI, creating a seamless connection between our minds and machines. Here's how it works. Neuralink's tiny, flexible threads are implanted into the brain, where they can read and write neural activity. These threads connect to a small device called the link, which sits behind your ear and communicates wirelessly with computers or smartphones. The applications are mind-blowing. Neuralink could help treat neurological disorders like Parkinson's and epilepsy, restore mobility to paralyzed individuals, and even enhance cognitive abilities. But the ultimate goal? Elon Musk wants at all costs to achieve brain uploading, transferring human consciousness into machines. I highly recommend that you all watch the following movie, The Lawnmower Man. Released in 1992, the science fiction film The Lawnmower Man eerily predicts today's technological landscape, exploring virtual reality, human augmentation, and the ethical minefield of merging human consciousness with artificial intelligence. Decades before ChatGPT, this 1992 film warned us, merging humans with AI isn't progress, it's a trap. Did you know that the film industry, Hollywood, formerly Hollywoodland, was not only built for entertainment but also to expose the truth through so-called fictional movies? Science fiction is already, or part of it will become reality, while our so-called reality is fiction. Give it a deep thought and watch this film. Sci-fi isn't just entertainment, it's a Trojan horse for truth. Next time you're in a theater or watching, for example, Netflix, ask, what future are they programming us to accept? Be critical and practice awareness. Got it? A big fat yes. Imagine this, your mind, your memories, your very essence, preserved in a digital form. This could make immortality possible, even if your biological body fails. And again, this was shown already in various movies like The Matrix in 1999. Remember the blue and the red pill? The TV series Upload, which premiered in 2020, explores the concept of immortality. But one of the most notable examples is Transcendence from 2024, starring Johnny Depp. Our near future, no space for emotions, but only ice-cold, data-driven human decisions. Am I exaggerating? Judge yourself. Imagine this, your mind, your memories, your very essence, preserved in a digital form. This could make immortality possible, even if your biological body fails. Here's something to think about. If your consciousness is uploaded into a machine, are you still you? Philosophers and scientists have debated this for years. Some argue that consciousness is more than just data, it's tied to our physical bodies. Others believe that as long as your memories and personality are preserved, you're still you. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. But wait, dear scientists, here are my personal questions. Consciousness makes up only 3% of our lives. A staggering 97% of our daily decisions come from the subconscious. So what about our subconsciousness? What about our connection to our soul? What about our emotions? The elite argue that humans are too emotional, that especially the emotion of love, why not hate, clouds judgment and hinders progress. Their goal to eliminate love. Have you ever wondered why societies have changed so drastically over the last decade? And not for the good. The so-called elite, for me, are far from being called elite. Rather, they are the opposite. They want to strip humanity of its most profound and unifying force, replacing it with cold logic, control, and efficiency. But at what cost? Without love, what remains of our humanity? You think this is impossible? You think I am exaggerating? Think twice. Klaus Schwab, founder of the WEF, hasn't explicitly stated that humans are too emotional, but he has emphasized the need for people to adapt to a world increasingly driven by artificial intelligence, automation, and data-driven decision-making. Can you imagine a mother making an ice-cold, data-driven decision about whether it's worth paying for an expensive operation for her child, like an investment banker? Or even worse, what if the doctors of a hospital make decisions based solely on ice-cold, calculated data? Consider this example. Your 50-year-old father can't walk due to severe pain in his hips and is unable to work. If the administration of the hospital were to make a calculation based on the cost of his operation, the healing process, estimated lifespan, and society's perceived profit, they might arrive at a chilling decision: operation denied. I repeat, operation denied. The WEF and other big think tanks like the Club of Rome, the Rand Corporation, and CFR declare a purely data-driven decision-making as the main worthwhile goal for humanity. In my opinion, it effectively highlights the potential loss of empathy in critical situations. I would greatly appreciate your thoughts on this significant issue. I look forward to hearing from you. Now sit back, take some popcorn, and stay relaxed while we are going to explore Operation Lazarus. The name Lazarus comes from the biblical story of a man raised from the dead, and in modern terms, it symbolizes the idea of resurrection through technology. So what is Operation Lazarus? Operation Lazarus could be seen as a speculative or real-world initiative aimed at reviving the dead or extending life indefinitely. Here's how it will work. Oh, give me a second. Let me clarify something first. Why I'm so convinced that Operation Lazarus will become reality. Very easy. Billionaires don't invest in projects with no prospects. This time their investment is not focused on money. So, how will Operation Lazarus work? First, cryonics. Organizations like Alcor and the Cryonics Institute freeze human bodies or brains after death, hoping that future technology will be able to revive them. Operation Lazarus could be the ultimate goal of these efforts, bringing the dead back to life. The Alcor Life Extension Foundation is a real cryonics facility located in Scottsdale, Arizona, United States, and has been operational since 1972. Cryonics involves preserving legally deceased individuals at ultra-low temperatures, 196 degrees C, 320 degrees F, in the hope that future science might revive them. It is active today with over 200 patients, called members, preserved. Notable figures preserved at Alcor include baseball legend Ted Williams. There is no scientific proof that cryonics will work till now, but billionaires are investing billions into it. The second option of Operation Lazarus, genetic engineering. CRISPR and other gene editing technologies could repair damaged cells or reverse the aging process, effectively resurrecting a person's body. Some notable companies include CRISPR Therapeutics, Vertex Pharmaceuticals, Beam Therapeutics, and Editas Medicine, which are already using CRISPR. A third option is brain uploading. Neuralink and similar technologies could allow us to transfer human consciousness into machines, preserving a person's mind even after their body dies. Big companies like NextMind, MindX, Kernel, and Paradromics are in this neuroscience. If you want to know more, search brain-machine interfaces, BMI, and brain-computer interfaces, BCI. Finally, AI soul is another option to fulfill Operation Lazarus. Composing the synthetic soul, a new blueprint for conscious AI, along with David Iredam's synthetic soul framework, integrates quantum theory and biological cognition to create self-aware AI. I will closely monitor consciousness metrics and keep you informed. Developing tests for AI consciousness, such as Tononi's Integrated Information Theory, IIT, or Chalmers' Waking Up probability estimates. In 2022, Silicon Valley billionaires invested $3 billion into alt-death startups, companies freezing brains and digitizing consciousness. Larry Page, co-founder of Google, Alphabet, and pharmaceutical partner AbbVie, have collectively invested $1.5 billion into Calico Labs to cure death by treating aging as a disease. Page recruited high-profile scientists like Art Levinson, former Genentech CEO, and Cynthia Kenyon, aging researcher, to lead Calico, signaling his commitment to tackling aging as a solvable problem. There are deep concerns that companies could outsource human trials to Mars colonists. Volunteers signing up for Mars missions could be unwitting test subjects for anti-radiation gene therapies and AI-managed life support. Do you want to belong to the fortunate pioneers? A big fat no. While no leaked documents or official plans confirm the outsourcing of human trials to Mars colonists, the structural risks, corporate control, legal ambiguity, and survival imperatives create a framework where colonists could become involuntary participants in high-stakes experimentation. Keep in your mind that the elite wants to declare Martian independence and rewrite interplanetary law to favor corporate rule. If only the elite can afford technologies that prolong life, what happens to the rest of us? Will we create a society where the rich live indefinitely while the poor die young? Additionally, if people stop dying, how will we manage resources? In my personal opinion, all signs suggest that the immortals do not want to remain on this planet, do they, Mr. Musk? Some experts are discussing that immortality could lead to strict population controls, such as limiting births, maybe on Mars, or even compelling individuals to choose when to end their lives. Dear experts, maybe as a punishment on Mars, or depend on your live contract with the Martian government? My guess is that struggles on Earth, such as nuclear wars, starvation, diseases, and human-made disasters, will dramatically reduce the population. Watch Protocol 2 for further information. While the mortals are living worse than slaves on planet Earth, the elites or immortals enjoy their lives in outer space. I bet on it. Although we are not entirely at their mercy yet, time is ticking. Don't close your eyes and ignore the clear signs. You have been warned. Here's a detailed breakdown of the steps you need to take to prepare for potential immortality. You have 25 years to outpace death. Start sprinting. Invest in your health. Got it? A big fat yes. Nutrition. Focus on a balanced anti-aging diet rich in antioxidants, healthy fats, and whole foods. Exercise. Activate your mitochondria. Incorporate daily physical activity, including strength training and cardio, to maintain cellular health. Search YouTube and join a virtual gym. Sleep. Prioritize 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep nightly for optimal recovery and longevity. Epigenetic apps. Use apps to track your biological age and health metrics. See my Protocol 1. Stay informed. Follow our channel, updated on breakthroughs in AI, genetic engineering, and space colonization. Research. Read scientific journals, attend conferences, and follow thought leaders in longevity and technology. Start saving money. Start now. Immortality technologies will likely be costly, so begin saving and investing as early as possible. Investments. Consider stocks, crypto, or venture capital in longevity-focused companies. Senolytics. Explore drugs or therapies that target and eliminate senescent or aging cells. From life extension, starts from about $18 USD. Stem cell therapy. Investigate regenerative treatments that use stem cells to repair and rejuvenate tissues. Starts from about $5,000. Check prices in your country. NAD+ boosters. Consider supplements or treatments that enhance NAD+ levels for cellular repair and energy. Mitochondria, your power station. See NAD+ from now. Costs about $40. Wearable tech. Use devices like smartwatches to monitor health metrics in real time. AI and data analytics. Leverage AI tools to analyze health data and make informed decisions about your longevity strategy. The key? Start now. The elite are already preparing for immortality by investing in health, technology, and cryonics. If you need help, feel free to contact me. The clock is ticking and the window is slamming shut. It's not too late yet. This isn't a drill. The algorithms are learning. The code is evolving. And while you hesitate, they're rewriting the rules of what it means to be human. Imagine a future where your memories, desires, and very essence are reduced to lines of code, copied, sold, and simulated without your consent. If you lack imagination, there are several movies that explore the concept of buying and selling memories. One well-known film is Total Recall, which has themes around memory modification and implanting experiences. Google isn't waiting, DeepMind isn't asking. They're reverse engineering the brain pixel by pixel, synapse by synapse. Every second you stall, the gap between humanity and obsolescence narrows. This is your, let's call it, final hour at the crossroads of existence. Will you fight for sovereignty over your soul, or kneel as they digitize your dreams into corporate IP? The weapons for our fight? May I quote the biblical proverb from John 8:32, which states, "And you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free." This emphasizes the power of knowledge and truth in achieving freedom and understanding. Knowledge and truth are our weapons, and they will set us free. I trust you've encountered significant news and that you find this protocol to be a transformative tool on your path to immortality. Be sure to watch the movies mentioned in this protocol. They are eye-openers, I guarantee. In our next Protocol 4, we'll dive into the monetization of immortality. How will the elite profit from these technologies? And how can you position yourself to benefit? Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and start preparing for your immortal future. By sharing this protocol, you don't just share a video, you share hope. Become an activist by joining us. Thanks for watching. I'm thrilled to have you here. And trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming. Mark your calendar. Every Friday, I drop a new protocol. Ready to unlock it?